Hello lovely people, welcome back, or if you are new here, my name is Kata. I am an artist with a full-time job that is not related to art. However, I participated in an art market for the first time to sell my products and my art. And in this video I want to talk about my art market experience in general and also about my preparations and the setup for the booth I did, my art inventory. It was a very special experience, and in the end I want to share some tips with you. So, how did this even happen? My dear friend Imke works in a cultural agency in a town nearby, and she and her colleagues organized a creative market in this town. About a month ago, she asked me if I wanted to go there and sell some of the things I have, some of my postcards, for example. Yeah, at first I doubted even that I would make it because there wasn't enough time in my imagination to prepare all the things, to even learn how to do art prints or other products in only like 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, what I did was I accepted the challenge. Finally, this was the best thing to do because it was a very lovely experience. I'm so grateful for my friend that she thought of me. To find out if I could even place something there on my booth, I collected all the artwork. I have gathered them all together. I was so surprised about how many products and how many artworks I already had here at home. Another thing that was very cool to see was that seeing all the things together, it even looked cohesive in style, and this was a very nice learning, because I always thought that I hadn't found my style, and I don't know. And in the end, seeing all the paintings taught me that maybe there is already one specific style that I already had. Seeing that, it gave me a really boost of confidence in myself, and I remember I at first did a list of all the things I could make. All the ideas I had, I wrote it all down. I also thought, okay, which is my priority now? So I decided to focus on the product and artwork itself at first, because if you have to do prints or postcard, obviously the printing service has to send it, and so I have to take photos of my artwork, and I've never done this before. I've seen tons of videos how to digitize your art, but almost every time they use the scanner. I have no scanner at home, so I will try to take photos with my camera. So if it's not good enough, I want to go to another room or to the garden. So let's see. I tested this corner of this room and I feel it's almost too dark. So sadly this wasn't working here, so I will go outside. I also had to learn which way is the best way to take photos of your work, the camera settings and everything. So the light is changing a lot. This is so difficult. Go with this one. So I had to learn how to change the settings of the photo on my iPad and also on my computer with no program. I only have Procreate on my tablet, and I used Canva. Only with those 2 programs I created all the prints. So then I had the photos and it was time to decide which artwork I wanted to turn in prints and postcards. I really had nearly no experience with the printing process and also had to figure out what is to print in CMYK or in how it is called. So with very little time, because obviously I also had to work, I had to figure out how to make the prints, how to use the programs. But in the end I can say there's a lot more to learn, but I already learned a lot in the process. A beautiful thing that this showed me was also just start to do it and you will figure out the rest on the way. I wanted to do high quality art prints beside the postcards. They were normal quality, but the art prints were very expensive. Yeah, especially the big one, because it was printed on watercolor paper and with high quality, light resistant and everything. For me this was very important to offer those things to potential clients because you want your art prints to be light fast and on quality paper. So this was very important for me. After having ordered everything, I went throughout our house in search of everything I could use for my display and my booth, and I found a stunning amount of things here to display. So in the end I put it all out on our table and like that I practiced the setup of the booth. Yeah, it already looked so nice. I already felt very excited to start and to gather inspiration. Obviously I looked at Pinterest. I think I did lose myself a bit scrolling to Pinterest, but it was so inspiring and I really, all my thoughts in those days and my free time were about the market and how to do my booth. And yeah, I really love those creative things and decoration ideas. And one tip from me is obviously to test how you would make your display or your booth, practice it at home. Hello there, so today is Monday and today I want to order one more postcard design I wanted to make. It's this flower. Yesterday I made some of the lino prints, so I really have to go on with the lino prints. This is so beautiful. Hello there! Today is Wednesday, only 3 days until the art market, and I'm really excited and nervous, and let's say my studio is a mess right now because I have to pack. But right now I'm filming because I got all the packages from the postman and yeah, wanted to unbox them with you. I am nervous because it's the first time I had to order things like this. Yeah, let's go and open the packages. Oh, these are the stickers, and these, look at this. Let's put a sticker on my notebook. From now on, I will be putting stickers on everything. No, not really. Okay. Yay! Look at this. So cute. It's a matte sticker, not those vinyl ones you can put on your car or something. But I want it to be matte. So the next one, I think this will be the postcards. So let's take a look inside. Yay! Oh, haha. These are really brilliant colors. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of the color outcome, but this is the... Yay! Oh no. No. Oh, this didn't turn out the way I wanted it to look. Yay. In comparison, yeah. Okay, it's not too different comparing one side to another, but so let it be. Let's see if someone likes it. This is another postcard, an A5. Yeah, this is a mess. Yeah. Like, look at this. It says, let everything be done in love. It was also the first time I ordered art prints, and they are printed on a special paper, watercolor paper. Oh, wow. This turned out so good. This is exactly like I wanted it to be. Yeah, this is the result. I'm very happy with this. Yeah, look, I don't know, I even like the the print better than the original. Look at this. The colors are definitely more intense than in the original. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but you can even see the structure of my canvas, of my original canvas. This is so cool. I had to cut the edges a bit, but now it fits in perfectly. Look at this! Baby! Yeah! Also, I was really struggling with the packaging because with German weather I didn't know if it would be raining, stormy or sun and I wanted to go on the safer side to have some even plastic bags to protect my postcards. So I found a solution in between. So some of the postcards I put them in a plastic envelope. I always had only one postcard on display and the rest in a box underneath the table. I think this was a good way. I had those little paper bags also, and yeah, I also heard about that there are disposable plastic bags. Sadly, I had no time to check this out before, but maybe in the future. Also, I have to admit that I used the preparation time until the last minute, that going to bed the evening before the market, I painted the postcard display. And also a very beautiful thing was that my father was helping me in the whole process, and he had very good ideas for the booth. He had those tripods he normally uses for lighting, and the tripods were holding a twine where we put the postcards with little clothespins. Also, he borrowed me a tablecloth and had so many practical ideas for the booth, like all the materials you may be using throughout the day, like scissors, twine, glue. And another thing he did was recollecting money for the change. He had a cash register. He was very organized. When the big day came, this was such a lovely experience because I didn't do this alone. I had my father who was helping me, so thank you very much for this. I'm very grateful. And I also had two of my friends booth beneath mine, and so throughout all the day we could talk and help each other out if someone wanted to go to the bathroom or go through the rest of the market. The most beautiful thing in this day was the company of those lovely people. My friend invited other friends, and so this was a gathering of all the people we went to school with. And there were a lot of surprises of people I hadn't seen in a very long time. Yeah, so this was like the most beautiful thing throughout all the day. I have to admit that in the morning we only made it at time to construct the booth because we were two people. I had procrastinated to put on the prices on everything because I was really unsure how to price my products and my art. Finally, the first hour of the market, I spent time with pricing everything. I think that the people who were walking by were some more, some less interested in the things we had there, but I think obviously it's not the same if you go in a small town in Germany, or if you have an audience here on YouTube or on Instagram which is there only for your art. So this was very interesting how the people went by and reacted to see the things we sold. Definitely another highlight of the day that there were some people that really got stuck at my table and were there to look and say, oh yeah, how beautiful, and also buying something. And definitely it was not much, but there actually were people who stopped and looked and began a conversation even. This was so beautiful. You have to stay hydrated, drink enough, take something to eat. Also, not to forget, the chairs my father brought were very comfortable. During the whole day I was so busy that I didn't see the time passing by. The market began at 10 o'clock. We were there at 9. It ended at 4 p.m. The hours passed so quickly. Definitely, I think it was due to the lovely community we had there and the conversations and everything. The biggest challenge on this day was the weather. Not only that it rained one time, luckily only one time, but also there was heavy wind all the day long, and without the solutions my father brought and to put down the tablecloth, this would have been a catastrophe. So it was a very good idea to leave the printed postcards in a plastic envelope. And also, luckily I brought washi tape and I taped down every price tag I had. This I really do recommend if you are doing a market outside. So my all-over experience. I am really so grateful that I took this leap of faith to do this challenge. You only can learn. Even if I committed a few errors in printing, with some of the products I really am not so happy how they turned out, but it's okay. What I want to do different is definitely that one thing I saw in another video, to place a spinning wheel on my table so the people can go there, spin the wheel and get a discount or something, or a freebie. This would be so much fun. And I think it also attracts people to your booth. What I regret a bit was the business cards got here late and I couldn't give them to the people, but I had those little stickers with finger pen, and if someone asked if I have an online shop, I said, not yet. Please let me know if you would be interested in me having an online shop. Another challenge for the future. So let me know if you were interested in buying some of the things I had on my creative market. So let's talk finances. It could be worse, but it could also be better. I invested a lot of money in the prints and the postcards and everything. I don't know how much exactly, I didn't even do the math yet, but I think it was around about 250 euros. On this day I had a lot more products in stock that I haven't sold out. So here in my studio I have this little shelf where all my products are now. It's like my my mini shop now. And yeah, this is very cool. So I have things in stock for the future. And yeah, this was a positive thing. There was a market fee of 20 euros. The whole day I made a total amount of 160 euros roundabout. So in the end I made a loss of money, but really I knew that it would be like this. Now I have all the stock of my postcards and my art prints. Obviously it was important to sell something, but the most important thing was the experience itself, at least for me, because I knew I wouldn't depend on this money, and I made it to challenge myself and grow and make new things, know more people, and for this it was perfect. This is the list I used. So if you are interested in having this list, I may put it online somewhere someday, maybe in an email list, but I'm not there yet. So let's share some of my tips I have here in the end of the video. Obviously your clothes should suit the weather for the day. The best tip is really to be prepared for everything. And I also recommend to get creative with the booth setup you make, because I think I didn't buy anything. I only bought those plastic baskets, but the rest I had at home, and I encourage you to do your own thing and your own creative solutions to your booth. You don't have to spend money for this. In the beginning, when I saw all my art gathered there, I thought about, what do I really want to give other persons with this, and there I decided which products to do. In my opinion, it is very important to have a certain range of products, like things you can also use in your normal life. Like I had one mug design because I think everybody uses mugs, and yeah, sure, you have so much mugs, but you will always use it. And also, I wanted to do postcards because I like how people communicate through paper and greeting cards. I also think that you can never have enough bookmarks, and yeah. The thing I sold the most were the postcards and the lino prints I made, and like all the bookmarks and postcards. I sold 3 originals to my mother, and in the future I really would love to do notebooks with my design on it, because it's also a thing that you can use. Also, if it is likely to rain on that day, I recommend to have a tent. In the end of the market day, it really saved me that my friend had a tent and we gathered our things together in her tent when it began to rain. This was only the last minutes it began to rain, but yeah, this was very helpful. So if you have a tent, it's even better. Yes, I really liked this beautiful experience. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and I'm sending you so much love and blessings, and until later. Bye, Liebe.
Genau. Wo ist die eigentlich?